All right, guys, episode 2. I'm so excited about this that I just went off and did and fucking started writing down what I'm going to talk about. Episode 2. So, episode 2, we're gonna cover three truths, three facts that we need to know in order to carry on. The first one we talked about on the first video, kind of, that we're slaves. We are slaves. You can imagine each country as a huge farm of humans that are programmed to turn profits for the elite and their governments blindly. We are just programmed to keep on turning profits to the monopolies, to the governments paying taxes. I mean, imagine your house, the lot of your house being a stable, fucking horse stable, where it's not even yours because of property taxes. We're just working and turning profits for these people and working for them for their luxuries. And they got us so into the game of chasing money that, yeah, we chase money, but how much of it do we keep? You know what I mean? How much of our money goes to royalties? If you think about all the money we pay in interest, all the taxes we pay, and all the fees we have to pay to the monopolies, we're left with no money. I did the numbers on my income of how much I had to pay to exist, and it was crazy because, I mean, just in interest, I was paying for my mortgages, my cars, and everything. I think it was like $2,500 just in interest, just to use the dollar, just to trade with the dollar. 2,500 in interest. Taxes, you figure property taxes, you figure income taxes, you figure when you go buy the taxes, when you go buy something and they charge you taxes. I mean, all these royalties we're paying. It's funny. We are literally just working for the elite and the government so they could carry on with their lives. And I really think as a philosopher, I have to say there's only one reality. And we're not in that reality. We're in an illusion. So the elite and the government, the politicians and everything are living in the one reality, and they're feeding us some bullshit to keep us in an illusion. We're living in an illusion, and they have the keys to reality that we're not in on. And it's up to us to form our own reality, our one reality, which is another truth. So the first truth is that we're slaves. The second truth is the foundation of this world. This world is not built upon a solid foundation. If you think about the foundation of this world, it's based upon democracy, the dollar, and religion. And those are all faith based ideologies. So when you're building something, let's say a house or something, are you going to build the foundation to that house on faith and cross your fingers and hope it works? No, man. You want a solid foundation, and this world is not built on a solid foundation. It's all built on bullshit. So that's another truth, that we need a solid foundation to build upon. And I have this theory where it says that the foundation of this world was built on a certain IQ. Let's just give it a number. Let's say the whole world is based on an IQ of 100. Okay, so once you surpass that IQ, once you get all these new ideas to put a new foundation, that is obsolete. And that's what I'm trying to get to. To make the foundation obsolete, make it physical, make it something we could all decide on and agree on, and start building upon that. Not this foundation of the dollar, which is really not worth anything. God or religion, that there's 3,000 different gods and we don't know which one. or democracy, which, you cast your vote, but, all you have is faith because it's not concrete. So that foundation is obsolete. It's not a good foundation to build upon. And maybe that's the root of dysfunction that we're living in because we don't have a solid foundation. So we need to build a solid foundation. So there we have two truths, that we're slaves and we don't have a solid foundation. The third one, this was kind of hard to grasp, but our minds, our consciousness could be our disability. Think about that. We cannot trust our minds because in a way they're disabled because of the fact that we could be manipulated. It's kind of hard to believe, but because we could be manipulated, that's our disability. So here's a good example. There used to be this video on YouTube way back when YouTube first started, and they took it down since then. But there was a video of people, of a recording of people all over the world walking like Charlie Chaplin. And they had footage of people in France, footage of people in Japan, America. Everyone was walking like Charlie Chaplin. And it was because of his videos, monkey see, monkey do. They saw him in videos walking like this. So everyone around the world started walking like Charlie Chaplin. And that's how easily it is to manipulate the human mind. Isn't that crazy? Now, that carries over to a lot of things that we see today, like this superior complex that everyone has. It's funny because I saw the news. I don't really watch TV, but I saw the news once. And they were debating, and everyone had a superior complex on the news. And I relate it to people in the civilian world. Everyone has a superior complex for their ideas. It's funny. And whether it be political, abortion, all these junk politics that they throw at us, everyone has a superior complex, and everyone is so programmed that I even posted one day on Facebook, I wonder if extraterrestrials came to this planet, with their advanced models of economy, their advanced technology and everything, if these people with a superior complex would still be trying to push their thoughts onto them, their ideas onto them. And that's just how easily it is to be programmed. Like, for example, the junk politics, where every month there's a new debate that everyone has to jump on, like pro-abortion or pro-gun, or, and then they have us debating. It's kind of funny how politics has been the root of the dysfunction, which is really weird because politics should be trying to get us to function, and it's just the opposite right now. It causes debate, separation. If you think about how many different things we have separating humanity, how many different debates, parties, races, religions, there is so many things to divide humanity that it is amazing. It is just unfathomable how many things actually divide us. And it's just all bullshit. It's all bullshit, and it's because we don't have a solid foundation. I could go down the list of pro-abortion, pro-gun, Democrat, Republican, PRI, PAN, all these different, all around the world, Black Lives Matter, feminist, or there's so many things that divide us. And that's what I want to get to, that we could be manipulated socially as a whole, just with one broadcast on the news. We just believe it. And just like everyone started walking like Charlie Chaplin, same shit. People just believe whatever they see on TV. And so that is three truths. That we are slaves. We are like cattle turning profits to the elite. We have no solid foundation to this world. That's number two. And number three is that our minds could be manipulated. So we need to work with truth and not manipulations. Episode 2, people. Let's go for number 3. Thanks.